Good day, everyone. Welcome back to another series on my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm just going to walk you through how you can install Ubuntu on your Windows operating system. Now, in my previous video, I walked you through how to use the Linux operating system on your Windows using Vagrant with the aid of the virtual machine, which is the virtual box. If you haven't gone through that video yet, you can just click on the icon above, just at the top right of this video, just to watch that series. So now all you need to do is to go to your Microsoft Store and then look for Ubuntu. Just type on Ubuntu and download the 22.0 LTS, which stands for long-term support. Okay, there's 20.04. Yeah, this is the one you need, 22.04. That's the latest version. Okay, just click on that and then all you just have to do is to install. So I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes for this one to install. Probably going to cut this downloading aspect not to waste too much of our time. Okay, so as soon as this finish downloading, it will automatically get installed for you. So it's just roughly about 548, just above half of a gig for you to have this. Mind you, if you already have Vagrant running on your system, you don't need to download this. I should have said this from the beginning of the video. You don't need to download this. Okay, just download one of it. Alright, then you're good to go. Already have Vagrant running, and you can you can start up your virtual machine using Vagrant on your git bash or command prompt. You don't need this. Now this I've finished installing, so all I have to do is just to open it. This is just like me what. Now the installation will take a while. Uh, this is taking longer than I expected. I guess that's because due to my internet connection, but let me just change the property just a minute. You can decide to change the font of this, increase the font. This seems a little bit tiny. You can increase the font, change the size, change the font type and the likes of them. So if I should do this, yep, this is stay okay. Now it has finished what installing. They said please create a default Unix user account. Okay, the username does not need to match with your Windows username. Okay, this is just like you running another OS. Okay, this is the Unix OS. It's different from the Windows OS. You can decide. So I'm just going to use my username DLK Gafal. Once you press enter, just it's going to ask for a new password. You can set the password to anything. So I'm just going to type my password real quick. And take note, the password will not be visible. Okay, just make sure you are typing the right unique password that you can easily remember. Now it's going to ask you to retype the password. So let me just retype the password. I hope I get it right. Yeah, password successfully updated. Installation successful. Windows. Now this is you. This is so now I'm inside what? I'm inside I'm inside the Ubuntu 22.04. Okay. Now I can now what? Start doing my project here. Okay, let's say for instance you probably did not want to use the ALX sandbox, you want to use this Ubuntu that you downloaded from Microsoft Store. All you just have to do is to go to your ALX, go to your GitHub account, not go to your GitHub account and select the repo that you want to work with. Okay, and select the repo that you want to work with. So I'm just going to select one of these repo. Okay, let's say you're working in the ALX low level programming repo. Just copy the word HTTP and then come to this Ubuntu that you downloaded and run what? Let me just run git clone. Then I'm going to paste what I copied. Okay, You can just, oh, sorry about that. Okay, so now remember that you need to what? You need to always what? Put your what? Your personal access token here so that it will not prompt for username and password when you want to what? When you want to push. Okay, this is where the what? The PAT will be. You can decide to change the way this cursor is, the size of the cursor. Just go to properties, go to layout, no options. Go to the cursor size. So I'm just going to set it to medium because so okay. What is it now? Okay, now it's better. The blinking is better this way. I like it this way. Okay. So you can decide to change the settings the way you want. You can decide to increase the font size if this is not legible enough for you to see. Okay, so always make sure to put your personal access token here, just right here. So I'm just going to go to where I'm not sure if I have a token here. Let me see if I have. Oh, yeah, I have a token here. The LX token. So make sure you have it saved somewhere on your system. So I'm just going to copy this, grab this, and make sure you're just for this. I'm going to delete that token later on. Just for this, make sure. Okay, so I've pasted it here. This is where your token goes. Then you have at github.com. So when you press enter, it's going to clone your repository. Now, it's going to take a little while. So now I have the ALX repo. So I can now change directory into the ALX low level programming. Let's say, for instance, the project I'm working on requires me to do a new task. And the task is for me to like create a file and probably print something or just create a file. Inside the file, write a program that add two integers 5 and 2. Okay, so and I'm going to navigate into one of the. Okay, let me just list what is here. Probably it is inside this what hello world where I asked to what to create that file to do that your task. That's the project you were working on before you decide to switch from what from the sandbox to this Ubuntu terminal that you downloaded from Microsoft Office. So all you just have to do is to navigate to that project you were still working on. So it's 0800 and then continue your project from there. Let's say where you stop was tax 5 and tax 5 was to create a file called add.c, and inside that file, let me just vi add.c. Inside that file, they told you to write a program, a main program that add two integers. Okay, that add two integers. So all you just need to do is to press I to go into the insert mode, then start writing your program. So I'm just going to do hashtag include stdio.h. Okay, so inside here I'm going to be having a main program that's int main, which is going to take a void parameter. Then always remember to close. I always like to open and close these my curly braces. Since this is an integer function, I always like to put my return statement so I don't forget to put it. So inside here, they told me to write a main program to add two integers. So I'm just going to declare two integers. Num1, that's declare and assign them a value is equal to 5. Let me just declare and assign them different separately on two different lines. Num2 is equal to 2. Okay, and they asked me to what to print the sum of them. So I'm just going to say that what int sum is equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, so now I want to write my printf statement. So my printf will go like this. So I like to always put this so I won't just forget. So your string has to be in double quotes. So this goes that what I'm just going to write the sum of the sum of the two, or let me just say the sum of, let's say num1, the sum is %d followed by what a new line. So I'm just going to what to specify what is that this format specifier d pointing to, is pointing to what variable sum. Okay. In case you want to set number to this, just do colon set nu. Okay, it's going to what set the number. By default, it doesn't set the number, but there's a way you cannot. This one is just what temporarily. This one is just temporarily. Okay, just do colon set n so you can navigate to where you made any kind of error. And in case you want to write the petty documentation star as well, you can just put it there and then continue. So now I'm done. I'm just going to what to save the file. So just to test that is working. So I'm just going to run ggc add dot c. Sorry about this. ggc add dot c just to compile. Okay, now, oh, by default, the GCC command doesn't come pre-installed on this. So they will give you option of how to install this. So all you just need to do is to run this command sudo apt install GCC, and it's going to request for your password, the password that you was set when you first open this Ubuntu. So I'm just going to type in the password real fast. So this sudo means you are working as a temporary super user. Okay, is asking for that means it's going to take like 153 MB of space in this disk. So it's going to take a while to install everything. Depending on your internet connection, this shouldn't take less than this. It shouldn't take more than 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how fast your internet connection is. This one is that's just the command to run when you want to install GGC on Ubuntu. Just do sudo apt install GGC and it's going to install everything that you need to install. Alright. Now this one is just like you operating on Ubuntu on the command line interface. You can as well download Ubuntu, the graphical user interface Ubuntu. That's using virtual machine. Okay, that means you have to install it virtually on your Windows operating system. It's different from the vagrant that we did earlier on. So this is saying unable to fetch blah 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 blah. I'm not sure if it said. Okay, let's try to see whether it's installed gcc dash dash version to check whether the gcc command was actually installed. No, it wasn't installed because of some unknown errors. They say unable to fetch. Maybe run apt-get update or try dash dash fixing. Let me just run the sudo apt dash get update. Okay, update. Okay, let's see what's happening with you. So let it just update all the packages that are pre-installed inside here. Let's give it a minute. Okay, almost done. Okay, done. So I'm just going to check whether this GGC it wasn't installed before. So I'm just going to run the installation again. Okay, just to be sure everything was what's being installed. Yeah, it was because of that also. I need to, that was the first thing I was actually supposed to do before I even start anything at all on this Ubuntu. When you first download this Ubuntu and everything as you've entered your username and you've entered your password, just run sudo apt update so that it will update all the pre-installed packages. Okay, the packages were the one that it came with it, but there are updated versions of it. That's why it brought me that error that I need to first run the sudo apt-get update just to update the packages. So that's why it will allow me to install this GGC. So if I should run this GGC dash dash version now, I should have it. You can see I have it here. It shows me the version of GGC that is here. So now if I want to compile the file that I have there, add.c now, okay, it's compiled. If I should list everything that is here, I should see one executable file called a.out. Okay, so that's by default. When you run GCC command on a file, the results the output of that compilation will be set to an executable file called a.out by default, unless you specify the where you want to send the output to. So I'm just going to execute this. Let me clear my screen. Execute the let me just list it again for you. This is the add.c, this is the what a.out, that's the default one. In case you don't want to use the default one, probably you want to send the output to another file called what? Let me just say there's no file called output yet, so I'm just going to name it output. If I should list now, you can see I have a file called what output color green. Anywhere you see a file named color green, that means what? That is a file, that is an executable file. Color white is just an ordinary file. Okay, so I'm just going to execute the a.out. You can see the sum is 7. You know we have what? If you cut into the file, you can see we said our num1 is 5 and num2 is what? 2. 5 plus 2 is what? 7. The same way, if you should execute this now, you have this. Okay, so you've successfully, you successfully written the program that they want you to write. So the next thing now is to what? Is to git commit, git add, git commit, and then push your project to GitHub back. Then go and what? Run the checker on that particular task. So all you just have to do is to what? Git add, just press dot, which means you are adding all the changes that you will have under this current directory. Okay, you are staging them. Okay, then the next thing is to what? Git commit with a message that says tags. Let me just say add function, or just with a good commit message though. Okay, now I have to what? To the author, the identity of the author is unknown, so I have to set my identity with this. That's with my what? Email and my what? And my name. So in order to do that, you need to run git config dash dash global. That means you want to set it what? Globally. So you only need to do this once. Okay, what do you want to set? I want to set my what? I want to set email for this user, for the user that is doing this currently. In quotes, you have to put your email in quotes. My email is jerrywizplay1@gmail.com. Okay, once you do that, the next thing is to what? Is to configure it by what? My name, git config dash dash global, the same way. Sorry, then user dot name. This is not username, it's user dot name. That is what is the name of this user. Okay, my name is what? Abiodun Shitu. Alright, so in order for you to know that you actually did that comparison well, just list all the what comparison, that all the git comparison you have on this system. So git config dash dash list is going to bring out, now I have what? User dot email. The email of this user is what? jerrywizplay1@gmail.com. Remember, your email has to be the same email that you use with what? With GitHub. Then this is what? Your name as well. Yeah. So now, what do I need to do now? So now I can now what? Git commit. So I'm just going to go up, since I've written it before. Now it has allowed me to what? To commit these changes. So the next thing I need to what? Is to what? Git push. Okay. If that token is correct, oh yeah, the token that I pasted was not correct. That's why it's asking for what? For this password. Now, I already made a video on how to what? To fix this error. Okay, to fix this error. If the token is wrong, okay, like now let me go back and what? Copy this same token again and what? Paste it. Once you copy, if you want to paste, just come here, right click, just right click and what? Paste. My own has been programmed to my right click automatically paste. Okay, I will say Ctrl V. You can see it say that what? An invalid username or password, because what that password is not actually what? Correct. Okay, Ctrl Shift, Ctrl V. Okay, it's because what? That token, not password, not your GitHub password, the token was not what? Correct. Okay, and that was this. Okay, just make sure once you copy this token, just right click and then come and paste it. I don't know why this thing is not pasting. Let me copy it again. Yeah, my right click automatically what paste. I'm not sure if it's the same for you guys, but my own right click automatically what paste. Just right click and then you see paste on the what on the menu list that you have there. So I already dropped a video on how to fix it. You can click on it at the top right. You will see the card at the top right, just for you to know how to fix. In case you have a wrong personal access token here, or probably your personal access token has expired here, you can just fix it by watching my what previous video just at the top of this video that you're watching currently. So thank you very much for this, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time.